Underground bunkers fortified with advanced war gear,
Where you can see there are
integrated command rooms buzzing with real-time intelligence, artillery locked onto enemy targets, surveillance systems running around the clock, air defense guns primed to counter aerial threats. This is how the Indian Army stood its ground and struck back with precision during Operation Sindoor along the LOC in Kupwara, Jammu and Kashmir. After a temporary halt in hostilities, the army showcased its operational dominance, driven by meticulous planning, high preparedness, and cutting edge defense infrastructure. At the core of this readiness were reinforced underground shelters with blast resistant entrances. Inside, soldiers had access to survival kits, bedding, water, rations, medical supplies, and secure communication lines, ensuring safety and combat readiness at all times.
As you can see, this particular shelter is hardened from all directions, including the entrance itself. The entire shelter is buried underground. These kinds of shelters are present in all our posts along the forward areas of the line of control and were occupied ever since 25th of April, जब से ceasefire शुरू हुआ था. And if you move inside, once you go inside, you'll see that it has been an endeavor to make it as comfortable as possible. Basic facilities like a toilet, bedding, lighting have been provided. Other than that, we have also kept a basic first aid kit inside this particular shelter. Water has been stocked and even ration, meals ready to eat and emergency ration for good about 72 hours have been stocked inside this shelter. We have also provided a telephone line inside this place so that troops staying inside this bunker can also communicate with other troops staying in other such bunkers.
Equally vital are the underground command posts fortified with overhead protection. These bunkers serve as nerve centers where commanders receive, process, and act on real time intelligence to drive critical operational decisions.
So presently we are at the underground command post. As the name suggests, you must be able to realize that this is a place where commanders at all level receive inputs from various sources, collate that input, analyze them, make their assessment in order to take an informed decision. As you can see, the structure is completely hardened from all sides. It has an OHP over its head, thereby protecting the entire decision support system of the organization. Moreover, as you can see, there are a number of screens and monitors placed over at the walls over here. These screens and monitors relay feed of all our surveillance devices and electronic equipment deployed at the forward areas along the line of control.
Artillery firepower emerged as the most decisive element in Operation Sindoor, delivering both precision and dominance along the line of control. Initially, the Indian Army maintained a calibrated response targeting only Pakistani positions that had opened fire. However, once the enemy began shelling civilian areas, the army adopted a punitive approach, directing artillery units to systematically dismantle the infrastructure enabling such attacks.
On receiving orders from Fire Direction Center, we all gave a very fast and a swift response with a high level of coordination and ensured that all the targets are hit with precision. During operation, we received more than 30 missions and fired hundreds of rounds, effectively engaging the enemy and destroyed all the targets. During heavy enemy shelling, the gunners demonstrated remarkable professionalism and high technical proficiency. They were so full of josh that on receiving orders from Fire Direction Center, they were bang on target.
As the artillery brigade commander here, the role of the artillery was to achieve dominance over the Pakistan military positions. Initially, he was targeting our forward posts and gun positions in depth. This was responded to proportionately. Then he started targeting civilian infrastructure, and that is when we responded punitively. What this means is that his entire ecosystem, which he was using to target civilian infrastructure, we struck them at multiple places at the same time, and he had no answer for that.
Similarly, the Army's air defense systems played a crucial role in the operation, acting as a protective shield against potential aerial threats from across the border. Air defense troops were swiftly deployed to forward positions, operating from Akash Tir command post to monitor, track and engage aerial targets with precision.
On the direction of higher formation, we, the AD troop, mobilized and deployed over here during the Operation Sindoor. Akash Tir command post acted as the main command and control center for us. The same can be seen behind me. The vehicle placed right behind me is our command and control CP, from where we receive the early warning of the aircrafts which are taking off from enemy airfields. Once those aircrafts are airborne, we can see how they are moving and where exactly they are. Based on that, we give our direction to our AD equipments placed right behind me.
Operation Sindoor showcased not only India's firepower but also its formidable preparedness and strategic depth. From underground command centers to thundering artillery and vigilant air defense, the Indian Army proved it is always ready not just to defend but to dominate.